Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
And first and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahawashi, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kakwadash.
A double honor to the apostle, Elder Great Millstone, to teach well and rule well. All right, as a sincere shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, you brothers out there pushing his word, sincerity, and truth, as well as the men, women, and children who believe, man. All right, we the brothers from GMS Cleveland Church. Lord willing, back with another live stream lesson, and then we're gonna go into the signs of the times, man. All right, the lesson gonna start with a precept in a second, and basically this is actually inspired by the lesson Elder Yahawashi did from the GMS Dallas camp about 1 day ago, in 1 Peter 4:7, because the end of all things are at hand. All right, and we're seeing multiple things of that happening in the current day that are giving signs of that. All right, we get this big thing right now with these banks. All right, these banks closing and people doing bank runs, etc. We're getting ready to take all their money out, and people, the banks that have the money, it's very fearful. All right, people are afraid, man. They're concerned about their well-being, their estate, the things they labor for, man. All right, and it's only going to turn up even more. Your way of living every day is about to change drastically, man. So about Shah, brother had it, 1 Peter 4:7.
Right here. It's 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
It said, be therefore sober and watch unto prayer, man, because the end of all things are at hand. We're in the final heathen empire, all right, which is Babylon the Great, so-called America, okay, which is ruled by Esau Edom. We're at the time of our Lord Yahawashi coming back, man, all right, making his great return. And that's why we're going to see even more signs like this, okay, where there's going to be getting fear gripping the earth, man, all right, especially because this is happening in Babylon the Great, because see, things always happen in other nations all over the place. Yeah. Has different instances with bank, etc. It's corrupt things happening, corrupt dealings, all right, where it's a major like social collapse of society, but it's constantly missing Venezuela over the last few years, etc. Okay, it's situations where their money is in the street, is meaningless and worthless. Right. But those things really don't happen in America like that. All right, they don't happen where it's affecting the everyday Babylonian citizens, man. All right, so Yahawashi is about to turn up the heat, and it's on the spirit because, like the elder was going into in the lesson, he said about being sober. You got the word sober too, right? Yeah. It said I might have to grab it in a second. It said be therefore sober, watching the prayer, because the Lord set up a body as well. The elder was making a point because this is going to be vital in the time to come. Because it's the spirit. Because the brother Kadashi even saw the word. He said in the chat, he saw the word agape. Okay, on the license plate. And brothers all know the elders had some Dallas did a lesson on it about agape means brotherly love and charity. And basically, Elder Yahawashi was making a point that when these situations like these bank runs happen, a brother may lose their money. All right, you had other brothers got to be there to help facilitate it. Elder Ariel even said it happened to him. He said he got his deposit from wherever he worked at. He said basically that the bank took it. Yeah. Now I don't know if he's gonna get worked out or not, but for the time being, he needs brothers to come through and help him. All right, to help him pay for what you got to do, man. But they were making the point that it may get to a point where all the brothers are held up at one house because you only can afford all together. Your funds can only afford, you know what I'm saying, a one roof over your head. You all got to come together, man. Right. All right, and that's why they constantly harp on the point about no Hans, man. All right, no whole ass niggas, man. This time is gonna reveal what brothers are really made out of, man. All right, I was shy. Get that word sober.
Yeah, this is sober. It says
and I got that article.
Strong's G 4993.
Sophroneo. It is to be of a sound mind, to be in one's right mind, to exercise self-control, to put a moderate estimate upon oneself.
It's to be in your right mind, man. Okay, that's what we need to be in. Lord willing, Yahawashi willing, we are in our right mind, man. Because was it to just tell you Isaiah 33:6, man? Brother can grab that. Wisdom and knowledge being stability of our times, man. Because we understand this is happening. We're not surprised when we see things like this where people again are fearful about losing the money they got in the bank, etc. Losing their deposits, all these different things. Like we're not shook over these different things because we've been saying it was going to happen, man. All right.
All these things are real within the scriptures, man. Right. Ultimately, we understand that things need to get worse here so they can get better, man. All right. Ultimately, the fall of this kingdom is synonymous with the establishment of the kingdom of heaven. All right, the everlasting peace, everlasting rest. So things need to get worse here. The pressure needs to get turned up, man. Ultimately, that's why scriptures tell you what's that 2 Peter 3rd chapter. What manner of person are you to be? You should actually know that, knowing the times are at hand, you should be moving a certain way. You should be carrying yourself a certain way. You should have a certain mindset like the brothers going into. You shouldn't be in a state of, panic and fear. You should have that sound mind.
Yeah, you shouldn't be in the mindset of carrying my material possessions because, like, brothers elders been telling us, we don't lose things, man. We about to lose. Go ahead.
No, make a point.
So we about to lose comforts. We about to lose. Some brothers gonna start losing jobs. Okay, they ain't good. Hey, inflation, etc. Things gonna start going up, even with the force shit. Which again is even more why brothers gonna have to pull together. They happened during the time during the book of Acts. That's right, man. The disciples and the believers, all of them, the men, women, they all had to come together, bring all the resources together, and what it distribute out amongst all the different families, man.
You can actually pull that. And while you mentioned that, I want a brother to get this for me. Get Luke 21 and start at 32.
All right,
Start at 32. As a matter of fact, start at 29 and read to 36. But line that up and just hold it on back because the Spirit gonna bring it full circle.
This is the book of Luke 21 and 29. It said, He spake to them a parable. Behold, a fig tree and all the trees. When they now shoot forth, see ye and know of your own selves that summer is nigh at hand.
Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, learn a parable. It's a metaphor, right? Of a fig tree. He said, of all the trees, right? You know what I'm saying? He said, you know, when they bud forth, you know that summer is nigh at hand. Go ahead.
It say, so likewise, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Most High is nigh at hand.
Right, and all these prophecies is very much showing and revealing themselves. They're manifest to let you know that the kingdom of heaven is nigh at hand. Banks collapsing, the Lord is destabilizing the economy. You see what I'm saying? The dollar isn't worth anything. So it's going to be a trickle down effect, like a domino effect of different banks, which is why the brother got the article. As a matter of fact, you can just go ahead and just read a little bit of it real quick.
And it's an article from the Verge.com. It says the Signature Bank is closed by regulators. The third United States bank failure in a week. All right. It says another big crypto.
Hold on, bring that last part back one more time.
It said the third U.S. bank failure in a week.
The third U.S. bank failure in a week, man. You see what I'm saying? So within the past 7 days, this is 3 major banks, all right, tied to tech, tied to, you know, millions of dollars of people's money, okay? And by the way, they only have insurance up to $250,000 worth, all right? That's failed or collapsed, and people trying to do bank runs and pull their money out, man.
And that's only going to slide. Not to cut you off. That's only going to cause the further more banks to F up.
Exactly.
To fall apart, bro.
Exactly.
We literally witnessed that online at camp about the definition of a bank run.
Right.
Like when they think the bank is going to fail, they're like, okay, let me pull money out before I lose my money.
Exactly.
So that always going to cause more banks to fail because more other people who got different banks, they going to do the same thing.
Exactly. Man. So that's why, as I was watching the elder brothers in Chicago, all right, their camp video, they were speaking on the same topic, you know, because this is right now the flavor of the week, you know, in regards to what's going on right now. All right, and you know, they were speaking about, you know, how this is a test run too to see how people react to these type of events as they occur. You see, so this is all just a pre-trial, but this is also the signs of the times, man, the signs of the end. So if you can, Baba Kashab, if you got some more on there, keep going.
It says the signature. It says Signature Bank, one of the 2 big U.S. destinations for crypto companies, has been closed by New York regulators. All depositors of the institution will be made whole. The Treasury, Federal Reserve, and Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation said in a joint statement. This is the 3rd major bank that has fallen in the space of a week. And they said, well, listen to this. And brothers can line up the keepers of the house shall tremble.
Yep.
It says this is the 3rd major bank that has fallen in the space of a week, and investors are spooked.
That's it.
All right, he said they're spooked, man.
That's it.
All right, they're scared, they're shook up, man. All right, like a little one brother about to grab, the keepers of the house are trembling, man.
I got it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12. All right, I'm getting straight to the point. You want to get to one, start at 1.
Oh, you need to get to the point.
All right, Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. And we know it ain't no jobs here, man, because that's what grinding was, grinding at the mill. That was an ancient job, man. You see what I'm saying? It says that bring their employment. It literally says that in the Strong's definition. Okay, so it says the grinders cease because they are few, which, like the scripture say, ain't gonna be no work for Egypt to do, right?
That's right.
It says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So yeah, the keepers of the house is trembling, man. Like the brother said, that's spooked.
They say the investors are spooked, man. All these people, these people, like these little, especially the Edomites, like commit their whole life to like understand these different numbers and shit, understand the economies and understand the stock market. They understand, like they spend their whole life. They're 50 years old. They spend their whole life dedicated to learning the ins and outs of that shit.
Yeah.
They constantly tell you over and over again, this shit about to crash, over and over and over again, man. These are the people, the so-called specialist elite people who know what they're talking about, man. All right, so you understand the repercussions of these things are about to come down hard, man. Like I said earlier, hey, your everyday life in America is about to change. All right, especially for even according to the believers as well, but especially you people in the world, man, who think this place is going to continue on forever. All right, who hoping things to get better. These the same people since 2020, since the C-19 happened, they've been hoping things get better, man. All right, and the Lord that gave us some relief. Had it stable out a little bit, was here to say this shall great evils increase in the earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's the spirit you mentioned that because all this is adding to the impending doom in the form of what? Prophecy.
Yeah.
So we getting real close. I mean, centimeters away from the time we read about 2 Ezra the 15th chapter where they see they making life decisions at the pump. Then you go to the store, get bread, and some way, somehow you just don't got it. That's when you're gonna start going to niggas' houses.
That's right. And
not us, you know what I'm saying? That's from niggas.
Right. And I think about it like a snowball. You ever see like in cartoons, like you have a snowball, it's start at the top of the hill, small, and then as it rolls down, collects more snow, gets bigger and bigger. Like, that's how it's gonna be, man. That's how it goes to the bottom of the hill, it's gonna crash. Man.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be a crash, man. You know, this economy is literally about to crash. These banks are crashing, man, because this fiat currency, this petrodollar, which isn't backed by gold or silver, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's and that goes to that Revelation scripture. You know what I'm talking about the body and the penny. You know what I'm saying? It's been depleted, man. All right, it ain't worth nothing. All right, and was that was good on that article. Go back to where you was at, Baba Shop, real quick in that look. I got you out. Go back to that look real quick. You at verse 32.
This is Luke 21 and 32. So likewise, when ye see these things.
21 and 32, that's 31. You got it. Go ahead. Read 31.
So likewise, when ye see these things come to pass, verse 31. So likewise, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Most High is nigh at hand.
Keep going.
Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all be fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven and earth shall not pass away, but my word shall not pass away. Slakia. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away.
Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. So all these things this is the generation that's talking about, man. You know, hey, and how you know this is the generation? Because according to 2 Ezra 9, it say measure the time diligently, man. All these different prophecies, the wars, the rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places, the upwards of the people, all of those things is happening now. So this got to be the generation where all things is going to be fulfilled, man. And like Yahawashi said, this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled, till everything happens, till its full effect, man. You know, because you got niggas out there that be like, oh, well, niggas been talking about Messiah coming back since I was a kid and this and that. Everybody got all this stuff to say about the Lord. They've been hearing how so many years the Lord been coming back and they come back yet, you know. But hey, all the things is happening in their face to let you know what time the Lord coming back, man.
That's it. Keep going.
It say and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life.
That's it, man. All right, he said, take heed, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be too caught up with the cares and affairs of this world. It was a statement that the brother was making about not being too caught up with this society, man. You know, as we witnessing it, slowly but surely being stripped away, you know, as it's falling, you don't want to go down with it, man.
Ooh, can I have bridges over?
Go ahead, real quick.
This is back in that word for sober, sufferino, but one of the definitions is to curb one's passions. So also when you gotta, be putting off ways that may have comforted you in this world, putting off things you may have been used to doing, accustomed to doing, things that you were able to find some sort of stability in. All right?
That's right, Doc. Go back to that verse about the show. I actually got this word surfing, right? All right, let's see.
Strong's G 2897. Kripale.
All right, it says.
Thayer's Lexicon. Related entry. Kripale.
Right, it says the giddiness and headache caused by drinking wine to excess. A headache, a seizure of pain from drunkenness, i.e., by implication, a debauch, like debauchery. You see, and it says a glut, surfeiting. So, like it mentioned, it'll take heed lest that any times your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. Right, you don't want to be drunk with the philosophies of this society, the wine. You see what I'm saying? All right. And like the brother mentioned about being sober, you know, that's literally and metaphorically, man. It says what? It says, and so that they come upon you unawares. Yup. Yeah, so that they come up. I'm trying to make sure I read it right. And so that day come upon you unawares, right? You don't want the Lord to come upon you as a thief in the night, as He coming to these others, man.
There's gonna be a lot of people get caught off guard, man. A lot of our, especially people you know, they gonna be like, man, what is going on, bro? Because like you said, there's gonna be repercussions, bro. When people can't get their money, bro, people gonna lose it, bro.
I have conversations with people all the time, man, and I be talking to people. They really asking like, what's going on in the world? What's going on in society? Like, why is it like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, people really asking questions, man. You see, because it's coming to a head where the wicked is being revealed. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is using the prophets to do it, man. Go ahead.
Cry for wine in the streets.
Yeah.
This is literal, you know, we literally living out the scriptures that we read about.
There's going to be more of a cry for wine in the streets, man, because people are going to be running to and fro to seek the words of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? All right? People are going to be wanting to know, again, what's really going on. Keep going. Where was you at? Keep going.
Verse 34. This is Luke 21 and 34.
Read 35.
Verse 35. It say, for as a snare shall come to pass on all them.
Read that again.
For as a snare shall come, for as a snare shall it come to pass on all them that dwell on the face of the earth.
Keep going. So as a snare, like a trap.
Right.
Okay.
It say that in Ecclesiastes 9. I was reading that earlier. It's going into how a man don't know his day, just like a fish don't know when he's going to be caught up in the net. With the paraphrasing, you know, and that's comparison to these people that's not aware to what's going on, man. That's not watching for the prophecies, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna catch them like a trap. They're like, oh shit, why is this going on?
You got the parable of the 10 virgins, the 5 wise and the 5 foolish, and the 5 that took the oil with their lamps. You know, and then those that didn't take no oil. You know, and then they wanted from those who had, and they told them go buy from those who sell, man. You see, that's why you got to get this. Why you got the opportunity, all right? Because this opportunity ain't gonna always be there. You see, things is happening in real time, man. You see, to let you know that Yahawashi is about to visit this place which He made. All right, each and every, we ain't gonna be out here doing lessons forever. You think we want to keep talking to you people? You think the Lord want to keep talking to y'all? No, man. He's fed up, man. The Lord is angry, man. You see, and you about to feel the anger of Yahawashi. This ain't nothing, man.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, this ain't nothing,
bro. Especially since the fact, like, bro, the more the Lord actually starts manifesting the words and prophecy speaking, the more the family of words gonna come. Like, you understand, when all hell is really breaking loose, we're not still gonna, like you said, we're not still gonna be out there. At that point, the ministry is gonna be over with.
That's it.
The doors of mercy gonna be closed.
That's it. Hey, if I don't finish 36, and you got it,
Verse 36, it say, watch ye therefore.
Bringing it back to the verse that the brother called for, the one we kicked it off with, that 1 Peter 4 and 7. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Watch ye therefore and pray
so
always.
So we got to stay on our watch, man. What's that, Habakkuk 2 and 3? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's my watch. You
know what I'm saying? We got to stand on our watch. We've been called as watchmen into the house of Israel, man. And this is what they say in the NLT, keep alert at all times. Okay? Go ahead, back in the KJV.
It said, watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape.
So we want to be accounted worthy in whose eyes? The eyes of Yahawashi.
That's right.
He said, who going to rise up for me against the evildoers? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? We trying to please Him, not the eyes of man. All right, we speaking against this place. And now the scripture say offenses must come. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But woe to whom the offense comes. A lot of people about to start getting offended now because things is happening, man. People about to be it's a lot of people being displaced from their homes. Okay, it's a lot of people that's about to lose their businesses, their jobs, their houses, their livelihood as they're accustomed to, man. Their kids, all of that, man. Things is about to get even more real, and this is just the beginning of sorrows. Keep going.
It say, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man."
And I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says, keep alert at all times, and pray that you might be strong enough to escape from these coming horrors, and stand before the Son of Man. So these things that's coming is horrors.
See, I was going to say horrors.
Horrors.
Bro, man, horrors, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You look up the word horror, all right? Because Scripture talk about how men gonna be, their hearts gonna be filling them and whatnot. It says horror, feeling of disgust. Yeah, people gonna be disgusted at this place. This place gonna be cast out as a shame, a reproach of America. I'm talking about. You know, this place gonna be looked at as a feeling of disgust. It says emotion of horror or dread, that which excites horror. Okay, shaking, trembling. Yeah, people they spooked.
Yeah,
They don't know what the future holds for them.
that's right.
The article we brought on the line, they was like, should I have to furlough my workers?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The people getting laid off, man.
Yeah,
You know?
that's the spirit you're saying that people gonna be disgusted with this place. That's another thing with Esau is that being highlighted right now. A lot of people going into not even just brothers in truth, but people in the world go into highlight Esau's fractional reserve banking, how that system is really wicked as fuck, how he end up taking your own money from you. Like,
Yeah.
hey, that's being highlighted. The shame of Babylon is being seen, man. This place is wicked, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and then take a situation like this is being highlighted, man.
That's right. And the last one, it says horror, now, intense and profound fear. So going back to the Ecclesiastes 12 we brought up, you know, the scripture we just read, these people is going to be an intense fear soon come, man. All right, hold on real quick. I had the brother hold something.
Yeah, read that Revelation 6 and 6.
Not about the call. There was another one I called for. I did mention that one. I was thinking of another one.
3.
Not Habakkuk. It was
Ezekiel.
I think it was
Ezekiel 7?
7.
Can I get this one?
Go ahead.
Con, this Zephaniah 2 and 3. It says, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have brought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be, ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. So that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. We're supposed to be seeking after Yahawashi, man. Because right now, it's the time to repent and to get right and get on good standards with Yahawashi. Not until the time of trouble at the last minute. You know, especially after you already knew the Lord's will, man, and knew what you had to do to receive salvation, man. You know, you're supposed to be seeking Yahawashi right now so he can find favor. And say that in Shabbat 32, it say, he that seek the Lord early shall find favor, man. So that's what we hoping to do. We hoping to find favor in Yahawashi, man.
All right, appreciate it. Ecclesiastes 7 and 12, it says, for wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So that's two examples of a defense, one spiritual and one carnal. And through the spirit, you know, going on the article and what's been going on in real life, you know, that defense in the form of money is being stripped away. So the people who don't have faith, that's why the scripture said that, you know, wisdom is defense. And it's the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. You know, going back to what the brother said, we seeking the Lord to the best of our ability in hopes that we are redeemed from these perilous times that's about to come. They here. They just haven't manifested. It's going to continue to slow cook. The intensity is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until the Lord comes back and intervenes. But point being, you know, this money really is a defense. Look what money make a nigga do, man. Yeah. That's why we brought out yesterday at the lesson that sin is close to buying and selling. It's because the extent people are willing to go for this FRN, this fucking petrol dollar. You know, people willing to kill their own brother. You know, people willing to really go full anti-homicidal mode for this damn dollar. And it gets you certain access to things. Like when you got money, you can go to certain places. You know, you can do certain things. So it's a defense against poverty. But really, it's an instrument that's really used for wickedness, you know, at the end of the day.
Hey, get Hebrews 4 and 1. Bring that verse back you just had.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. Mm-hmm. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to them that have it.
That's it, man. Wisdom gives life to them that have it. So, you know what I'm saying? By applying wisdom, okay, this is how we're going to obtain to, you know, immortality, to true living, man. Right now, we can't even say we truly living. You know, we really surviving through the graces of Yahawashi, you know, but real soon we're going to truly experience what it means to live, man, to be alive. All right, but these scriptures, they quicken us, man. All right, by applying this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, this is what makes us alive. The scripture talk about can these dry bones live, man. All right, this word is what quickens us, man. All right, get that real quick.
It's you had it?
Yeah, this is Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 1. Let us therefore fear, unless a promise being left us of entering into his rest.
Yeah, because that rest is shortly coming, man. Mm-hmm. It's not far off. Look at the prophecy. Look at the signs. We wait on it. The inmate on case. You know what I'm saying? The seed hip. That's what we're waiting on, man. The signs is here. They're prevalent. They're manifest. I don't even think we pulled that yet. The second edges. You know what I'm saying? The end is manifest, man, because these are the signs of the end. All right? uproars of the people, pestilence, plagues. All right, prophecies coming to fruition, man. All right, Yahawashi is really speeding things up. All right, and what's this year been coined by the beloved elder Pastor Hart?
Yeah, hopefully,
The hopeful year of all the prophecies coming to pass, man. All right, Yahawashi is making good on that word. Keep going about this.
That's the spirit though, because wasn't 2021 that was the year of hastening to the coming of Yahawashi.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these years that the apostles be coining, it's still that year. Like it's still, we still supposed to be in that same spirit, man. Hastening to the day, the year of the Lord turning up. You know, the year of death, destruction, and diligence. We supposed to be doing that,
all that,
right? All in one continuation, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it don't stop, man. You know. Keep going. Who's reading?
Hebrews chapter 4, I'll bring back verse 1. It says, "Let us therefore fear, lest the promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it."
So the message there is the fear. Who? Yahawashi Yahawashi. All right, keep going.
Verse 2, "For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them.
Yep.
But the word preached did not profit them, no, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." Yeah, so them that heard it, they didn't actually have the faith. Therefore, it's going to be a profit to them, man. All right, those are the only ones who actually have eyes to see, ears to hear, can actually receive this truth. All right, Scripture talking about his sheep hear his voice. So ultimately, the Lord already has set up those elect men who will actually be able to receive this truth. All right, and as to be made free. The Scripture say that learn the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So you're free from that mindset of fear, or you're free from that state of of terror, not knowing what's going to happen to you next. All right, you actually have understanding of things to come.
That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, not being mixed in faith with them that heard it. These 2/3 of our people, they didn't have faith. They heard the word. They seen us out there. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't have faith.
That's what Scripture say. They're destroyed for lack of knowledge because they have rejected knowledge.
That's it.
Because see, the word is readily available, man. Brothers on the highways and byways of the four corners of the earth preaching the word, man. All right, and that's why ultimately, like I said, only the elect is meant to receive it. So we don't need a bunch of people to hear and believe, and actually, what's Scripture say? But there's some not believers that make the faith of the Most High out of faith. Ultimately, the Lord is still his prophecy will still come to pass. All right, Scripture says Isaiah 55th chapter that none of these is going to go out void, man. So rather they hear for a bear, man, ultimately the prophecy that must come to pass.
Man, get the next verse, bro.
Verse 3, it says, "For we which have believed do enter into rest."
Yeah, man. So those that believe, they're going to receive the rest. And if you believe, you're going to speak the Scripture. I believe if I've spoken. So you're going to be doing the work. You're going to be found doing the work when Yahweh shall return, man. All right? This thing is about enduring until the end. All right? The end is manifest, but we still got to get through some more prophecies and things. Like the brother said, our true colors got to be shown. We got to be tried. Brothers we got to be tested. The hour of temptation. We got to still go through a few more things before the kingdom is actually here. All right? But it's very much in how can I put it? The end goal is in sight, man. You know what I'm saying? That mark. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and as he said, as I have sworn in my wrath, if they shall enter into my rest, although the works were finished from the foundation of the world. Verse 4, "For he spake in a certain place of the seventh day on this wise, and the Most High did rest the seventh day from all his works."
Right, you ain't got to go no further.
Yeah.
That was the point that I wanted there. All right, so yeah, man, that's what we're laboring for, to enter into the rest, the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay, where rest is allowed. All right, it's very much nigh at hand, and these are the prophecies to let you know these things.
Yeah, Micah 2:10 tells you to arise you to part of this not rest. So right now, this isn't the time to be comfortable. This isn't the time to be, have that sense of stability. Ultimately, we have it through the Scriptures. We have that wisdom, knowledge, keep it stable. But it's not going to be a carnal means, man. It's not going to be by having any type of riches or any type of going to a bunker, to try to escape all the calamities going to be taking place. All right, no, ultimately just keeping that faith, man, keeping the word of the Lord's patience.
And what the Scripture say, be as pilgrims upon the earth. You got to be in that spirit, like we was talking about earlier in the cartoon. Like they got the stick with the little sack. And the top they was walking. That's the spirit you got to be in, man.
I got one. Oh, slack.
You brought that out of that cap, that riches cannot profit in the day of the Lord's wrath. But we paraphrasing. So all the luxuries that we used to being in the first world country, that's gonna be stripped away from us. We're gonna start to really live how we see those other people, those 10 cent a day kids. That's coming to a plantation review via America.
That's what you said. That's in Revelation 6 and whole. But you say, yeah, one.
And I'm about to say, just to add on to your point too, right? It's gonna be them, y'all usually about to be them 10 cent a day kids, but they ain't gonna get no help, man. Because hey, people go take the chip, but you gotta remember the scriptures say that my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Mm-hmm. So who gonna be the ones hungry, man? Mm-hmm. The ones that's gonna take the ones who gonna take the chip. Man, you gonna take the chip and Esau still go send your ass off, man. You think you taking the chip that's gonna feed you, man? But it's the Lord that His servants gonna eat, and ye shall be hungry. The servant's not gonna take the chip, man.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures also say, "Woe to them that trust in man." That's part of that woe, you know, and that's part of you also not being built up in the spirit, because our elders and apostles told us through the spirit that you're not supposed to trust your enemy, and the scriptures said first and foremost, but it was conveyed to us through the spirit, through the prophets. But point being, we already know what to look out for. They saying, "Oh, the white man this, white man that." There's no such thing as a white man. His name is Esau Edom, and he has perpetual hatred towards you.
This Hebrews 10:36, 10:35. It say, "Cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward." Confidence they go back to your faith, man. We gotta continue to have faith in this thing, man. So we go, like we just put out earlier, so we could be worthy to escape these things, and stand up upon and stand before the Son of Man. You gotta continue to have faith, man. Keep the faith, endure through all these things, man. Because the time of Jacob's trouble is for all these wicked ass niggas and bitches that's not trying to get right with Yahawashi. But we still gotta go through Jacob's trouble to get to the kingdom, man. So we gotta continue to have faith and continue to believe in Yahawashi and believe that He gonna deliver us from these things that's about to come to pass, man. It's
more.
Yeah, there's more. It say, "For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise." Right, there you go. After you do the will, after you do the work, after you do what you work for, the Lord's gonna give you that promise, man. Give you that crown of life, that salvation, man. But you gotta continue to do the will, man. It can continue to have the faith, man, to make you do the will, man. It say, "For yet a little while," and it said, "For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry." Right. So Yahawashi is Yahawashi is going to come deliver His elect, man. It's going to come back and save us and destroy this place of Babylon, man. And we have faith that those things go happen, man. That's why we're doing these lessons, man. That's why we all together right now doing this lesson, man. Because we have faith that Yahawashi is going to come back and deliver us, man. And we humbly say that, man. You about to say something?
No, I was going to just add on to your point that that how the righteous is going to need salvation, because it's going to be a horrible time, where the missiles going to get shot forth. And it also says that the righteous shall be scarce, he shall be saved, man. All right, you ain't going to be saved by just calling on Jesus Christ. All right, you got to know the names and you got to believe, and that was it.
Yeah, in 2 Ezra 16:73 says, "In that day we know who is my chosen, this be tried like gold in the fire." So ultimately, even the chosen of the Yahawashi are going to go through certain things. They're going to suffer certain afflictions, go through trials and tribulation, or ultimately be made purified, to be found as worthy, man.
It's one more verse. It say, "Now the just shall live by faith, but any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him." So we gotta keep living by faith, man, and keep hoping that the Lord still be on our side, man, so we can make it, man. Because if you lose faith, the Lord not gonna be on your side. You're gonna get caught up in the judgments with the rest of these people, man.
You gotta pray that Psalms 51 prayer, that Psalm of David. Pray the Lord create a clean spirit within you. You know what I'm saying? What happened? It was like 20%.
Yeah.
We'll get ready to wrap up soon. Pray the Lord create a clean spirit within you. He take not His Holy Spirit from you. You know what I'm saying? You should pray that prayer every day if you can. All right, because you like the brother said, the times we come into, you don't want. You know what I'm saying? It's a scripture I'm thinking of. I'm trying to think how to paraphrase. Pretty much your heart should be changed, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to find it just for edification's sake. But if somebody can, get it out 2 Corinthians 7. and 33. And you can just breeze through real quick to 43. Try to find that.
This is second Ezra.
Let's go ahead and read.
Oh, no.
Second Ezra 7 and 33.
Yeah.
This is the book of Second Ezra 7 and 33, and it reads, "And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away,
Y'all can break it down.
and the long suffering shall have an end."
So the Most High, it said the Most High shall appear to the seat of judgment, man. And was it in Mount what? I behold to the thrones to cast down, the ancient of days to sit, and kind of like lines up right with that, man. How about shall I come set things in order on the earth, man? It said misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. Because our forefathers, the prophets, they always, what the scripture say, did not the righteous diligently inquire about these things, but be paraphrasing their bedchambers, man. Our forefathers, it was always asking about when the kingdom of Israel is going to be set up, the kingdom of heaven, man. The disciples, what they say, Lord, without this time restore the kingdom of Israel. So long suffering is going to be at the end. They're going to be like, you made the statement earlier. You said about the fact that we're not living right now. We just kind of survive. We trying to get through. It's just our daily bread, man. We just trying to get through day to day, but soon the long suffering is going to have an end. Like, bro, we're going to actually be in the kingdom. Like, man, we actually here, bro. Like, man, we was in Babylon, all the different captivities, man. Egypt, all of them, looking for our own place. And here we are. We ruling. We immortal now. You know, we're going to be happy.
Hey, but I don't want to take from what you're saying. I just want to make a correction. The scripture that I was looking for, I said about your hearts being changed, was this Hebrews 3 and 12. Roughly paraphrasing, it says, "Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief and departed from the living power." That was the scripture that I was speaking of. I just want to bring that out. You got it back. Bring that verse back, the brother you just read.
This Second Ezra 7 and 33, "And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away,
That's it.
and the long suffering shall have an end."
Scripture saying Revelation 21, there should be no more sorrow, crying, no more, pain, you know what I'm saying? No more death, man. He said, for the former things are passed away, man. You see, that's what we got to look forward to. Truly, immortality is going to go on and say it in this chapter.
34, it says, "But judgment only shall remain.
Yup.
Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong."
Woo! That cold precept. It said truth shall stand, bro. All right, that among the precept in First Ezra 4, around verse 38, man. It said, "As for the truth, it always endureth, it's always strong." If you paraphrasing, it endureth forevermore. I kind of butchered it, but we can grab it.
I get it. You said,
First Ezra 4 and I think 38.
And the scripture they say, "Earth and heaven might pass away, but my words shall stand forever."
That's right.
Paraphrasing.
And the truth is standing strong, man. It said faith shall wax. It said truth shall stand and faith shall wax strong. The faith is waxing strong. You see it amongst the believers, man. When we see different things happening on earth, we're not declining. We're just going to say the house of David wax stronger and stronger, man. We're getting mightier in the spirit.
Cool. Start with the apostle elders of Great Millstone. We've been speaking these things, man. So of course we're going to rejoice when we see it from the past. We've really been speaking on them. We've been actually hastening in that day that it all do come to pass.
real quick, get that for the brother. Get that First Ezra 4, starting 36.
This is First Ezra chapter 4, verse 36. All the earth calleth upon the truth, and the heaven blesseth it.
Yep.
All works shake and tremble at it, and with it is no unrighteous thing.
Keep going.
Wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked.
There it is. You gotta understand that, man. You know, not all the kings of Israel were righteous. Some of them were wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, but the king that ultimately emulate and follow after is Yahawashi, right, and whom he set up, you know, the King David and the 12. You know, that's the righteous example you want to follow after, man. Because King David was a man after the Most High's own heart, man.
Right.
You know, we hoping to be a part of that house, the house of David.
Right.
Keep going.
It says women are wicked.
Women are wicked, man. You know, we got to understand that too, because now we're coming into a time where we're going to be tried. Well, when we're going to start coming, coming around, you got to keep your mind on the goal. And I'm speaking from experience, from personal, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got to keep your eyes single, you know, despite, you know what I'm saying?
I want to say, Ecclesiastes, I find one thing more bitter than death.
That's right.
The woman.
The woman.
You know, 1,000 found none.
Out of 1,000 men, he said he found one righteous, and out of 1,000 women, he found none, man. And that was King Solomon.
Say Solomon said,
Yeah.
And you spirit, get your mind right when it comes to that Isaiah 4:1. That's not a scripture about kicking and having bitches. That's coming from a time of desperation. The most hard-headed woman on the planet willing to submit and wear her own apparel and actually listen, and you know something's Right. You know something is wrong.
Yeah, what gotta be going on for that to be able to come to pass, man?
Right. That's not a light thing.
That's like a crackhead or son telling you that you going off and you really going off. Like, so, like just using that comparison, same thing. But like you said, the most rebellious coming down and submit. That's how you know it's a serious time.
Keep going, up for sure. We're gonna get ready to wrap up soon for the sake of the camera.
First Ezra 4:37. Continue on. It says, "Women are wicked. All the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works.
Yep.
And there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish."
Lift up a little higher.
All right, come on. Verse 38. "As for the truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore."
And that's the precept of Matthew 7:34. The book is reading, man.
Mm-hmm.
I said the truth, and conquer it forevermore, man. It's always going to stand. At the end of the day, all lies are going to be put to rest, man. They're going to be exposed. All right, the man of sin been exposed. All right, America's being seen for the filthy harlot it is, man. All right, Esau is the wicked people amongst this place, man. The only thing left for is judgment. Let's go back to that, because that's what's reading. 2 Ezra 7:34.
Real quick, let me keep going real quick.
Okay.
Get two more.
This is First Ezra chapter 4, verse 39. It says, "With her there is no accepting of persons or rewards, but she doeth the things that are just, and refraineth from all unjust and wicked things. And all men do well like of her works.
Keep going.
Neither in her judgment is any unrighteousness, and she is the strength, kingdom, power, and majesty of all ages.
Yep.
Blessed be the power of truth."
And that's why these other quoting the elder Yeshua, why these beasts, these other nations, and they can't reign forever because they don't rule with what? This wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Which he said was what? He said this wisdom is the strength. She said she is the strength, kingdom, power, and majesty of all ages. Blessed be the power of truth, man, which is Yahawashi, bahasham, Yahawashi. All right, so that was it, man. You got it back up.
2 Ezra 7:34 reads, "But judgment only shall remain.
Yep.
Truth shall stand.
Yep.
And faith shall wax strong.
Keep going.
And the work shall flow."
So right now, faith is waxing strong. You got many of Israel waking up right now in this time, man. You know, faith is ever increasing, man. Okay? You know, it's flourishing. Okay? Like what's the example I can give? You know what I'm saying? Like something that's flourishing, you know what I mean? You know, it's just spreading like wildfire, you know what I'm saying, across the four corners of the earth, man. You know, you upload something on the internet and you can see it in any country, you know, at any time of the day. You know? Keep going.
It says, "And the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed."
Right, because we upload these videos on the unicorn, you know what I'm saying, through that spiritual feed ramp, and they go up, you know, for all to see. But keep going.
"And the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule."
Right, they ain't gonna have no root in the earth. Keep going.
Then said I, Abraham, prayed first for the Sodomites and Moses, for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness.
Keep going.
And Hamashiach,
All the way to like 43.
and Hamashiach, Yahawashi, after him for Israel in the time of Akon, and Samuel and David for the destruction, and Solomon for them that should come to the sanctuary.
Right, these are righteous praying for the weak, as it's going to go on to expound. Go ahead.
And Halias for those that receive rain, and for the dead. For the dead.
Right.
That he might live. And it's in Hezekiah for the people in the time of Sennacherib, and many for many.
Yep.
Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, and wickedness increased.
Yep.
And the righteous have prayed for the ungodly.
Yep.
Wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, "This present life is not the end."
That's what it is. That was the conclusion of all that was said. He said what?
The present life is not the end,
Yep.
where much glory doeth abide.
This ain't our rest. This ain't the end where much glory doeth abide. Not here. Not in this life. Not in this society. These wicked gonna be put to an end, man. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Only the righteous shall stand. Okay? And those that's wicked of our nation, they're gonna be brought back again through the loins of the elect. Go ahead.
Therefore have they prayed for the weak.
Mm-hmm.
But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for the to come, wherein corruption is past.
So we're in the day of doom. It said the day of doom shall be the end of this time, man. It said, moving, that's beautiful, man. Correct the very end, man. With the end, it's the last one, but it's the last time we ever gonna be in captivity ever again, bro.
Right.
It's the last time we quoted earlier, Micah 2:10. This is when we are about to get our rest, bro.
Right.
Like, this finally no longer we're gonna be like, it's not our rest, y'all. We gotta keep waiting. Like, we're finally gonna be like, look, we can chill out now.
You know why? It says because corruption is past. It's 1 Corinthians 15 chapter, man. It says if this corruptible must put in corruption, this moral must put in immortality, man. All right, ultimately going to the new covenant, us being perfect, having the laws, statutes, commandments, written on inward parts. All right, that's what's going to allow us to have that eternal rest. Never go off again. Never have to be subject to falling to our enemies, going to captivity, man. Being lowly, being put in the flesh. We ain't no suffering those things anymore.
Right, and like it also say in Revelations, it say, at last.
Yeah, so finally we're gonna get to actually, rejoice. We're finally gonna actually have that rest. We're finally not gonna have to, just be be the tail, man. Suffer all the curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter. All these things that they have befallen us as a people due to our own disobedience, man. We're no longer be subject to it.
Right. Get the next verse too.
It says, and temperance, 2 Ezra 7:44, and temperance is at an end, and infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up.
That's it, man. He said the temperance is at the end, and infidelity, that unfaithfulness is cut off, man. All right. He said, because the Lord was, I think I was about to say the Lord resist the proud. I'm thinking of another precept though, where it's talking about without faith it's impossible to please Him. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got faith, man, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be cut off. Go ahead.
It says,
righteousness is grown and truth is sprung up. So that's what it is, man. He said righteousness is grown and truth is sprung up. Get the next verse.
Then shall no man be able to save him.
No, it's it's on.
And it says, then shall 2 Ezra 7:45, then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory.
Right, so they ain't gonna be able to do nothing to stop those who have gotten the victory, man. You see what I'm saying? All right, Lord willing, we be those men that obtain it, man. Your brothers have anything else, All right. Look at it.
Isaiah chapter 6. It's a lot. Isaiah 62:6, it says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall neither hold their peace day nor night. He that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent, and give him no rest, establish and to make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So, the Lord have us constantly watching. We don't spiritual watchmen now. We watching the news. We watching prophecies unfold in front of our eyes, and we breaking it down, making it plain upon tables. And we not comfortable in Babylon. We hate it here. We vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, like our forefathers Lot. So, as we continue to sigh and cry and do these lessons and throw up prayers, that's part of us being watchmen, doing our jobs, being prudent.
You say should of oppression like a wise man mad. So knowing you're oppressed, knowing that you're in this, this lowest state, you should have a problem with that, man. Knowing you have a wicked ruler, you have really the physical counterpart, the spiritual demon Satan ruling the earth, you should have a problem with that.
That's it, man. So hey, we hope this is edifying. We're gonna give our praise, honor, and glory to
Yahawashi, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kakodash.
Give double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who well, much love and salutations to the occupants scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth, pushing His word of sincerity and truth. We say shalom to the Bible.
Abad the ball, shalom, shalom.